Coming up on Fulton Today.
Fulton finds a way to address the assessment notice concerns of thousands of residents. I'm Jolene Butts-Freeman. I'll have more on this story coming up.
I'm Lieutenant Henry with the Sheriff's Office. I'll explain how we're keeping our canines safe from a new dangerous drug that is hitting our streets.
That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. As residents continue to flood community meetings asking questions about their 2017 tax assessment notices, there is major news to report this week. FGTV's Jolene Butts-Freeman has our story.
A few Fulton commissioners are holding their final community meetings this week about the 2017 assessment notices. But thanks to the board's actions last week, residents can now breathe a little easier. In a unanimous vote, the Fulton Board of Commissioners approved a measure to temporarily address how the county would direct assessors to proceed with the 2017 property assessment values.
It was a bipartisan effort. I'm very proud of the collective work that we all did as commissioners, along with the staff, our managers, and our county attorney's office, and we feel that we are on both legal and moral grounds for the very unprecedented action that took place today. So this is just good news for the citizens of Fulton County.
I'm as outraged as anyone here about my taxes as well.
For weeks, residents packed community meetings pleading with commissioners and the chief appraiser to do something about the original assessment notices they had received. Over 317,000 notices had been mailed, and thousands of them included major valuation increases, which would have meant a major increase in property taxes. Commissioners asked the Board of Assessors to modify the assessments, but the members explained that legally they could not. So Fulton County attorneys found a law from the 1800s that gave commissioners the legal means to resolve the issue.
They're going to be taxed at the 2016 rate or the assessment rate, and so that was the most significant part. We're going to also be able to capture the new construction of properties that occurred over the past year. And for the commercials, the assessment that they receive is going to remain the same.
Fulton commissioners realize that this is a temporary fix, one they hope can be resolved permanently with the help of state lawmakers. Commissioners have already met with members of the Fulton County Senate and House delegations about the issue and intend to have more discussions.
I think this will be our #1 legislative priority next year, to work with them to come up with solutions that work in today's world, in today's time, that are fair, equitable, and that supply the necessary revenue that local governments need to operate.
I think the discussions that have started to take place with state legislators and other municipalities and so forth, and that they understand really what the issues are for their citizens, that they're going to put the proper safeguards in place, that even if there are outsized increases, that there'll be some protections in place.
We're going to roll up our sleeves and we're going to look at tax exemption, homestead exemptions. We're going to look at how we can perhaps capture up to the market over a series of a couple years. So we're just committed to working towards a long-term solution.
So the deadline to appeal has been extended until after residents receive their new notices. The new deadline will be set for August. For more information, residents can contact the tax assessor's office. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Jolene Butts-Freeman.
Thank you very much. Now, if you have questions about your 2017 assessment notice, you can contact the Fulton County Department of the Tax Assessor, or you can visit them online. Hundreds of guns are now off the streets thanks to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office and a community-based group calling themselves SAVE, or Stopping Atlanta Violence Effectively. The group includes the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, the Atlanta Police Department, and Metro Atlanta churches. They invited the public to a gun buyback event at the Atlanta Civic Center.
We're getting the guns out of the communities that shouldn't have been in the communities in the first place. And one thing that they will do, because we don't ask any questions, it makes them feel more comfortable about coming in and buying the guns for us to buy their guns back.
Led by Chairman Dr. R.L. White, the group was able to raise over $30,000 to pay citizens who wanted to rid themselves of unwanted weapons.
The money that was raised had to really come from a few of the churches, and the largest amount came from the church that I pastored, which is Mount Ephraim. We had about 10 churches to give us $500, and it took me almost a year and a half to raise the rest of it.
Understanding that guns are a threat to children and are easily obtained on the streets, the Gun Buyback event presented the opportunity for gun owners to turn in their weapons for a stipend and without any questions.
I had some guns that I'd inherited from people who passed away in my family and didn't have a need for them.
I had two guns that I really didn't need, and they was you know, sitting back just rusting, and I decided to come back and turn them in.
Fulton officials have learned that the 348 guns collected could possibly be melted into pieces of art. Well, a new drug on the street called Gray Death is so potent that it is causing officers to overdose by even touching it or smelling it. It's even causing some problems for the sheriff's office canine units. Here now to talk to us about this threat and what the sheriff's office is doing about it is Lieutenant Corey Henry. Sir, it's good to see you. Welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
Well, we care about you officers and we care about those canines. So tell us a little bit about this threat of this drug called Gray Death.
When our canine units are searching for illegal narcotics or either bombs, they utilize their noses to do that job. And it makes it extremely dangerous for them if they come in contact with this new drug, because they're sniffing up the odors, and if it gets into their nostrils, it could be fatal for them.
And how are you keeping the canine officers safe? Did you guys have to go through some training?
Yes, we keep our canine units safe from this dangerous drug with the use of Narcan, which is a nasal spray that's utilized to reverse the effects of overdose. The deputies are trained in how to administer this, and it also can be utilized on humans as well.
And talk to us now about what happens if a canine is to get ill.
The protocol is that once the handler believes that his or her canine has inhaled this drug, they have to immediately administer Narcan and then transport the canine to the vet for further treatment.
And Lieutenant, your final thoughts?
This is a dangerous drug. So the training of our canine handlers and the utilization of Narcan is very important and vital to protecting our canines when they're doing their job. It's also important for us to educate the public of the dangers of this drug so that all of us can be safe.
Lieutenant Corey Henry with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, thank you so much. Good to see you and good to see the canine officer.
Thanks again for having me.
Well, school may be out, but some high school students are getting a real lesson on the court system this summer.
Raise your right hand. You're going to repeat after me.
The rising 10th, 11th, and 12th graders were officially sworn in as junior deputy clerks by the Honorable Kathleen Tina Robinson. She actually started the program.
So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations.
They're going to receive a wealth of information about the workplace, about the justice system as a whole, and so for those future lawyers, future mayors, chiefs of police, community advocates, this is a great opportunity to learn and to grow.
From listening in on hearings to meeting with judges, the 6-week summer internship program exposes the students to all aspects of local government and the justice system.
I really like this program because it gives you a sense of community. In the beginning, you don't know anybody, but as a group, you become a family, and it really teaches you about the different courts, and it really inspired my wanting to be, in my future, wanting to be either a lawyer or a judge.
Experience and also basic knowledge. Well, I have basic knowledge, but more in-depth knowledge about the court system and other work that goes on within the county courthouse.
For information about the Junior Deputy Clerk Summer Internship Program, you can contact the office at 404-612-5279. And speaking of the court system, a Fulton judge officially swears in the newest members of the Georgia Bar.
Congratulations. Round of applause.
Family and friends packed Assembly Hall to watch their loved ones take part in the ceremony that welcomed 80 men and women into the state bar. Some were first-time lawyers, while others were admitted on motion, meaning they relocated from another state. After years of studying and testing, it was a day everyone was happy to see finally arrive.
It was wonderful. It was very timely, and it was an honor to be sworn in and to be sworn in with so many other incredible people.
I thought it was a great event. It was very quick, so that was good, but I enjoyed the speakers. I enjoyed meeting a lot of the different association presidents and seeing the different things that the Georgia Bar has to offer, so I think it was overall a great event.
You know, it was great. I think they did a great job. I think they were really efficient, which is always important in events like this. Yeah, I think they did a great job, and it's pretty special to have family here. So.
Fulton County Judge Kelly Ellerby presided over the ceremony. She offered the new attorney some valuable advice.
The importance of the oath is what I focused on today. Many times, as I said in my speech, that it's the only time people say the words that are a part of this oath, and they are a high calling of people who take the oath and come in to the profession to represent people's interests. So it's an important occasion and a happy one.
After the ceremony, inductees and their families adjourned to the Government Center atrium for a celebration that was hosted by the Clerk of Superior Court. And still to come on Fulton Today, female golfers tee it up with some children to teach them all about the game. We'll explain. Stay with us. Fulton commissioners modified the July board meeting schedule, and the final weeks of summer camp are filled with summer fun. Here's this week's District by District coverage. We begin with news about the July Board of Commissioners meeting schedule. While approving the 2017 calendar, board members modified the summer meeting dates to host only one meeting in July.
The Board of Commissioners will not meet next week on the first Wednesday, but they will meet on July 19th instead.
Now you heard it, the Fulton County Commissioners will meet on July 19th at 10 a.m. in the Fulton County Assembly Hall in downtown Atlanta. You can catch the meeting live at 10 a.m. here on FGTV or online on the county's website. Chairman Eves declares a special day as Women's Golf Day in Fulton County. The at-large commissioner was joined by representatives from local women's golf organizations, Golf Gals, and Golf Women Mean Business for the official proclamation presentation. The commissioners joined the state of Georgia in recognizing the National Women's Golf Day.
The benefits of golf include walking 4 to 8 miles in a single game, burning up to 1,000 calories, reducing stress, and lowering cholesterol.
The women golfers hosted a free summer camp experience for campers at Cliftondale Park. We'll bring you that story on a future Fulton Today. District 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. is announcing his final community meeting about the 2017 tax assessment notices. As we mentioned in the show, Fulton commissioners have been hosting town hall meetings on the issue for the past few months. Commissioner Arrington has scheduled one more meeting on Wednesday, July 5th at the Wolf Creek Library.
We want to make sure that those that are entitled to an appeal have every opportunity to file that appeal, and that they have the assistance that they need in order to make sure that that appeal is filed right.
Again, the commissioner's final meeting on the 2017 tax assessment notice is Wednesday, July 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Wolf Creek Library on Enon Road in the city of South Fulton. And finally, in District 6, the Look at Summer youth programs continues. This time, we visit the Aviation Community Cultural Center. Summer campers explore a world of various arts programs in the 4-week-long program.
In art, it's really fun because you get to spray paint and do other things in watercolor and do fun things for the show. And then in musical theater, it's really fun because you get to practice your part and you're pretending like you're on a stage.
The kids also learn new technology techniques. Brighton Trice explained to us what he learned about something called sprites.
It's something in technology and you can make it move and you can pick different backdrops.
The Arts Camp experience at the Aviation Community Cultural Center has wrapped for the summer, but programming is available year-round. Visit fultonarts.org for more information. Now you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. Up next on Fulton Today, a group of seniors create their own stress-busting plans. We'll take you there. As we wrap up June and usher in July, we want to take one more look at what the county is doing to address the issue of hunger, specifically with our senior population. Now, the county senior services team has a fresh farmers market for seniors to get fruit and vegetables for free. Dr. Pamela Rochelle is with the senior services team. She's actually their director. Ma'am, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell us about this farmers market program for our seniors.
Our Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program is really all about providing access to fresh fruits and vegetables for our senior community.
And how does this particular program address some of the county's priorities?
Well, our Senior Farmers Market Program really does address a few priorities for the county. One, it addresses the issue of hunger among seniors, and having lack of the proper nutrition can lead to more illness and chronic conditions. And so by having proper nutrition, access to fresh fruits and vegetables, we can ensure that our seniors are self-sufficient, can maintain in their homes by being much more healthy.
And tell all the seniors why it's important for them to participate in this program.
So many researchers have indicated how important it is to our daily diet to have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. So we want our seniors to have access to these fresh fruits and vegetables at no cost to them. And so it's really important that they participate so that they can contribute to their overall good health.
All right, Dr. Rochelle, and give them some of the final details.
Well, I do want our older adult community in Fulton County to know that all of our multi-purpose centers in Fulton County, Bowden, Darnell, Benson, and Mills multi-purpose facilities will all be participating in the Senior Farmers Market Produce Program. So stay in touch with the staff at those centers, and there you can get a voucher, and our program will run July 11th through the 14th.
Dr. Pamela Rochelle with the Senior Services team, always great to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
Now here are the details once more for Fulton's Farmers Market Services. Of course, you can also call the Star Line. And another issue that could cause illness and possibly an early death for seniors is stress. A group at the Bowden Senior Center in East Point got to make their own stress-busting plans. According to the American Psychological Association, 75% of adults reported experience moderate to high levels of stress in the past month, and nearly half reported that their stress has increased in the past year.
Stress is a small word, but it can have such a significant impact on us. It can affect us mentally, physically, emotionally, and especially if it's long-term stress, it can even lead to diseases and illnesses.
The National Institutes of Mental Health reports that approximately 1 out of 75 people may experience panic disorders due to stress. Seniors at the center address their own stress levels by answering some simple questions. The presenter shared with the group that they must put their answers into action in order to live longer lives. Meanwhile, the 2017 class of Fulton Citizens University hear firsthand about the county's behavioral health and health services. The students visited the Center for Health and Rehabilitation and were given an overview of the department. The class also heard about the new state-of-the-art health center at 10 Park Place. But what surprised some of them most was the information about the number of Fulton's HIV and AIDS cases.
To me, the HIV positive individuals is too high in Fulton County. And still I feel still we are not doing enough to prevent, to educate the young generation, to give them what it means HIV.
The students heard about how Fulton invested over $99 million in its health services in 2016. They learned that this year, the new behavioral health model is being implemented to create a network of community-based providers. And still to come, aviation enthusiasts are on cloud 9. We'll explain why when we come back. Well, aviation enthusiasts were flying high as they listened to an aviation legend. Julius J. Alexander Jr. was June's keynote speaker in the Aviation Speaker Series held at the Aviation Community Cultural Center. The renowned aviator spoke about his illustrious career that began as a result of his exposure to aviation through a strong family bond.
The presentation today was about family and aviation. What I tried to do was to show how one family evolved in aviation and to merge it with the organization I founded, Aviation Career Enrichment.
After earning his pilot's license in the mid-60s, Alexander became the first civilian African-American flight instructor to train students at Atlanta's Fulton County Airport, known as Brownfield. He stressed the importance of teaching aviation, especially to youngsters interested in a high-flying career.
It's important to expose them to the opportunities that are out there for them so that they can start planning at an early age and not just wait until they're finishing high school to decide what they want to do.
The Aviation Speaker Series takes place monthly at the Aviation Community Cultural Center. They are free and open to the public. You can get more information at 404-612-8600. And finally, some seniors were digging an afternoon of water volleyball. The Mills Ballers, the Tiger Sharks from Beulah Baptist, and the seniors from the Lew Walker Senior Center in DeKalb County, well, they all participated in the Volleyball Fun Day at the Helene S. Mills Senior Multipurpose Facility.
It is an intramural volleyball where we're just mixing everybody together instead of one-on-one competition. So it's an opportunity for everyone to play.
The teams were comprised of competitive and non-competitive players from their respective facilities. Now, though the friendly games got a little competitive, everyone involved appreciated the health benefits.
I think with volleyball in the water, you get an overall workout. You know, it helps improve your breathing, and you're moving almost every limb and joint in your body. So I think you get a complete overall workout in the water.
The games also provides the seniors interaction and camaraderie that many of them lack when they are away from the senior facilities. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out anytime on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.